What's happening, good people? And no, you don't have to send a wellness check after me. I promise I'm doing okay in the head. I just wanted to share some thoughts about talking trees with you. Seriously. Like, have you ever sat and thought about where Hollywood may have gotten this idea from? Because if you've been following this channel for any amount of time, you would know I believe that Hollywood is fully controlled by the beast. And if you know anything about scripture and who the enemy of humanity is, you would know that Satan can't create anything. Okay? He's a copycat. So, I was listening to a study by Brian Denlinger about the millennial kingdom because I also believe the millennial kingdom has not happened yet. So, he touched on some scripture that was pretty interesting. He talked about trees clapping their hands, and trees and mountains singing praises to the creator. Yeah, I thought that was very interesting. So I'm going to go ahead and roll that clip just so you will have a bit of context and some kind of idea about where I'm going, because Hollywood has definitely taken this idea and put it inside of movies and video games. And I'm thinking this may be where they got it from. So yeah, let's go ahead and roll that clip. Now I'll be back.
Verse 12, for ye shall go out with joy and be led forth with peace. The mountains and the hills shall break forth before you into singing, and all the trees of the field shall clap their hands. Instead of the thorn shall come up the fir tree, and instead of the brier shall come up the myrtle tree, and it shall be to the Lord for a name, for an everlasting sign that shall not be cut off. That's how you know it hasn't happened yet. Okay? But imagine that for a minute. The hills will break forth before you into singing. Huh? How are the hills going to sing? And all the trees of the field shall clap their hands? I don't hear any trees clapping their hands right now. Bunch of spruce trees and things around here. I don't hear many clapping their hands. What's going on there? Well, you see, it's kind of like, if I could explain it this way, the earth right now is like an orchestra without a conductor. There's things in this earth that just are not going to ever work right until the Lord Jesus Christ is here physically ruling and reigning for the 1,000 years. And then when he comes, the earth is going to make music to the Lord. The Creator will be on the earth, physically on the earth.
Pretty interesting stuff, huh? I mean, what do you think about that? So as I was listening to that, I instantly thought of a very popular scene that I want to share with you. And then interestingly enough, I would pick this picture here where it's doing the okay sign. Yeah, interesting. But yeah, let's go ahead and cut into this clip real quick and I'll be back.
Oh, look! Oh! Ouch!
What do you think you're doing?
Pretty classic scene right there, huh? So interestingly enough, it involved her picking an apple from the tree. So the so-called forbidden fruit. Because, you know, Satan and these fallen angels cannot create anything. They can only, take stories from the Bible, flip them upside down. So yeah, but anyway, yeah, that definitely got me to thinking about where else have I seen talking trees or dancing trees or musical trees within video games and movies. So let's go ahead and roll some more clips.
We Ents have not troubled about the wars of men and wizards for a very long time. But now something is about to happen that has not happened for an age. Mentmut.
What's that?
'Tis a gathering.
A gathering of what?
that one was actually pretty creepy. But that was a clip from The Lord of the Rings: The Two Towers. I've never actually seen that movie. Not really my taste, kind of dorky in my opinion, but yeah, those things are called ints, E-N-T, and a gathering of them is an int moot. Yeah, weird. But yeah, they kind of took the talking tree thing and just ran with it and made it super fantastical and mystical or whatever. Blah blah blah. But yeah, let's go ahead and keep going with this. I think we should hop over into some video games now. So this is actually some gameplay from Nintendo's Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. This was originally released in 2014 on the Wii U. So, as you can see in this stage, the trees were moving to the music. And that's actually the music that I'm going to put in the background so you can kind of get an idea. 9 times out of 10, I'm not going to get it to sync up to where the trees will bounce to the beat, but you get the point. And this is just the type of stuff that came to my mind as I was listening to Brian's teaching. Like, where have I seen dancing trees? And this just kind of came to mind. I just want to share with you guys. What do you think about this? Right? So the entire stage is just rocking, rocking to this beat, just kind of just in a trance like. And then certain parts of the stage, you go within the trees, like you cross into portals. And I actually do believe, that there were some type of trees, particular trees within the Garden of Eden that were actually portals. So that's another conversation for another day, but yeah, just wanted to show you that. And of course, the serpent makes an appearance. I mean, what is a mainstream production without the serpent? I mean, I'm just saying. I'll let this run a little bit so you can see how it's gonna blend in. It's like a mirror image of the serpent right there. Yep. So this next clip I'm gonna show you is actually something that I ended up capturing with my phone as my daughter was watching YouTube just a few days ago. I caught it at the tail end of it, but I noticed it was trees dancing. But this is actually from Paper Mario. So let's go ahead and roll this clip. See, I caught the tail end of that because I've never played Paper Mario personally, so I had to hurry up and grab my phone and try to get that. But yeah, here's a little backstory about that. So that's apparently a stage that's within the Whispering Woods, WW33, within Paper Mario, the Origami King. So Mario saves Grand Sappy, I guess that's one of the trees, by giving him the Soul Seed. Yeah, the Soul Seed. So the trees Mario and Olivia dance. Grand Sappy tells the shrubbery to let Mario pass. I guess they did some kind of dancing ritual or whatever. I don't know. But this stuff has some kind of spiritual aspect to it. And what does it have to do with a soul? The soul seed. I don't know. I just thought it was kind of weird. And I thought it'd be an honorable mention for this. So let's keep going with this. On the subject of video games, you can't neglect to mention the Mortal Kombat franchise. Now, the trees with faces actually extends throughout the life of this video game series. Yep. We'll just watch a bit of this. Throughout the years, the graphics got a little better. The tree faces got a bit more detailed. And this always, just followed my mind. Like, what's that for?
One fight. Round one. Fight.
Now, what's most interesting about the trees with faces within the Mortal Kombat series is that the stage is called the Living Forest, and it simply just evolved throughout, the multiple games within the franchise itself. So when I think about the name The Living Forest, naturally I think about the Garden of Eden and how different things could have been before the fall of man. How fruit was on the trees, how the trees were themselves, how the animals were within the garden, the glory that Adam and Eve had before they fell. So, just a few thoughts on this. Okay, so that's enough of the violent video game. I'm sure you guys get the point by now. So, yeah, what do you think about all of this? I mean, have you ever thought about it? I mean, I just want to strike up a conversation, you know? So I'm not exactly saying I know exactly what this stuff means, but these are just some of the thoughts I had. Yep, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up with a video that I saw about moving trees and allegedly some real footage. So I don't know. I'm just going to go ahead and let it run and let it speak for itself. And you tell me what you think. All right.
I've been seeing these videos of trees moving. Now this looks really weird. It was caught on drone footage, as you can see. And it seemed like the trees are moving, or at least one of them trees is moving wildly or communicating with the other trees. Now they do say that trees do move like 2 to 3 centimeters every couple of years. But this is wild. You can actually see the tree moving as if it's ice skating. You'll see it moving all the way to the left like it just did, all the way to the left. Now this is weird. Here go more videos on trees moving. Like, look at this. This is so crazy looking. The way that they're moving. They say in Central and North America that this does happen often. That trees usually ground their roots real deep into the location that they really want to move to, because they might be in a shaded area or they're trying to move towards the sun. This right here was caught by a YouTuber in the West Woods of England, and it seemed to be showing the ground breathing of some sort, or the roots under there trying to relocate themselves as if the trees are about to move. Almost kind of looks scary, like an earthquake. Never have I ever seen anything like this. All this tree moving starting to scare me. Some people say that they could be haunted by souls or spirits, but as you can see, this tree right here was caught on cell phone footage of somebody at a gas station, and this tree seemed to be in distress. It's moving real dramatically, almost as if somebody's shaking it and moving it mechanically, but it's moving so far, almost like it's walking. I don't know, that really looks so scary. Look how far it went. That's wild. This was somebody that was out camping or hiking with his friends, and out of nowhere he sees this humongous tree moving, which I would have been so scared if I'd have seen this. Like, how can it be moving, or who is moving this? This is so wild. That just tells you we have not noticed or know everything that's in nature already. We're so busy looking at Mars and everything else, we haven't discovered Earth all the way. 95% of the water we haven't even discovered. 95% of the ocean on Earth. But we so busy worrying about other planets. I don't know. Let me know what y'all think.
Now, I thought I was going to wrap up the video, but yeah, there's a few more things I wanted to show you guys. So as far as that previous video I just showed with the trees, could be fake, could be real. I mean, who knows? Once again, I just wanted to strike up conversation for the topic of this video. So we'll just go ahead and move on. Anyway, we cannot forget about the idol that's recently been created. Well, I can't really say recently, but with these Marvel movies, they've actually created the idol of Groot. People literally worship this thing. Like, they collect all kind of, pop figures or statues or figurines or whatever of this thing. I'll go ahead and run some clips. And literally all this thing does is says, "I am Groot," and it just means certain things. And I've never actually seen this movie. I don't, I've stopped watching Marvel movies, a long time ago. So I don't really want to get caught up in the hoopla of it all. But for the sake of this video, I'm going to go ahead and run a few clips of this I Am Groot thing. Check it out.
I am Groot. I am Groot.
I am Groot?
Yeah, so that's it. That's the character. That's the phenomenon. Yeah, just another talking tree to add to this video. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and move on from that now. So while I was working on this video, I actually come across a tourist attraction over in Russia called the Dancing Forest. Yeah. So with thousands and thousands of trees that just so happen, well, maybe not thousands and thousands, but a lot. So it's just a place where trees move in particular ways that science can't explain. Just a natural phenomenon. So I'm gonna go ahead and run some footage of that and probably wrap this up after that. We'll see. So let's take a look.
Where the Baltic Sea and the Kuron Lagoon are separated, there is a fine sand dune stretching 98 kilometers. In the southern part of the place called the Crown Language, which corresponds to the Kaliningrad Oblast, you see the dancing forest. For anyone who has never witnessed trees dancing before, there is a surprising view here. The trunks of the trees in the dancing forest curl up slightly above the ground, twist, break and stretch to the sky. Dancing forest consists of trees planted in 1961 to consolidate the sand in the region. These strange shapes that occur in the trunk of the trees are still mysterious. But of course there are both supernatural and scientific theories about the event. The most sought-after theory suggests that the trees are damaged by the caterpillars of the Rhizonia boleana butterfly during the growth phase, and therefore take such strange shapes. These caterpillars often attack young pine trees that grow on low nutritional soils. Just like in this region, Dancing Forest attracts those who love mysterious stories because it has a rare appearance. One of the supernatural comments brought to the event is that this forest is a place where positive and negative energies collide. Accordingly, the plus and minus powers play here in the shape of the trees. Other than that, there are those who think that the trees follow the movement of the sand at their own will. Local legends are not limited to these. According to one legend, centuries ago, the trees in this forest were danced to prove the power of God and took this shape. This rare natural phenomenon in Russia seems to protect its mystery for a while. Aside from how she got this look, the best part of the dancing forest is that she can imagine trees dancing for a moment.
Pretty cool, huh? So that was the dancing forest in Russia, the tourist attraction, where the trees have movements that science just cannot explain. I had never heard of it before I'd sat down and done this video, so it was pretty cool to actually, look into that. I couldn't find much video footage of it, so my apologies about the robot voice clip, but come on, y'all, that was the best I could do, my short amount of time that I had. So, yeah. So other than that, I'll go ahead and wrap this up. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I pretty much just put this together so we can spark the conversation and see what you guys think about it, because this is the type of stuff that my brain thinks about. So yeah, there's that. And this had been a topic, on my mind since I played that Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze. Like, wow, this stage is pretty cool with the trees dancing and stuff. And then, I just started thinking about all of this. Like, I wonder where they get the idea from. Yeah, but there you have it. So other than that, I'll go ahead and get out of here. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to come by and watch this video. Leave a comment. Tell me what you think. Am I crazy or what? So, but yeah, weather paranoia is most certainly uncool. Thank you all once again so much for taking time out of your day to check out the video. God bless you all, and I am out.